Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you to make these tags using the stitched circle die, the Thanks a Latte stamp set and coordinating dies, and also For You Dear stamps and die set. Everything I use will be linked in the description box. I tend to link a few of my sites that I purchase from simply because sometimes they don't necessarily have them in stock, so I do try and make sure I have at least one link that will be in stock. Also, if you join the sites, they tend to give you the option of being notified whether or not it's coming back into stock, so you'll get an email sent to you. So I do recommend just subscribing to that. So I'm just going to take the cup from the stamp set, and then I decided that I was going to end up making two of these, so I ended up taking both cups from the set. But originally, like I said, I was going to only be doing one. So I'm using my stamping platform and my Tuxedo black ink. But I'm going to have to start doing a count of how many times I say the word Tuxedo black ink, because I think I say this like 20 times in every video. So I do apologise if it's frustrating. But I think we all have like our inks that we use as a go-to, and this just happens to be mine. So yeah. So I'm just going to clean that as well so I don't lose it, because I have done that. I've lost one of my stamps and I'm trying to find somebody who will sell me the individual stamp. That way I don't have to worry and I can just like buy the stamp that I lost instead of having to buy the whole set, but I'm still looking into that. So I've just taken the other cup from the set and then the little deer and polar bear from the For You Dear stamp set. I also have the coordinating add-on dies, and I may be doing some tags further on, but I don't necessarily know whether or not I'm going to get around to doing it. I have a list of all the videos that I'm going to be doing, so I'm pretty much planned up until like, realistically I'm like planned up until next year, so I do have everything like planned and sorted sort of. So I told my friend that the other day and she just couldn't believe it. She's like, I can't believe you're planned up until Christmas next year. And I'm like, you know, it's better to have an idea. You know, I think the only ones that I haven't like planned for is like I'm part of the L'Enfant Fanatics card challenge. So obviously they do a different one each month. So I will be filming that and putting it up onto my channel. That way you can see it on their blog and also on my YouTube channel. So hopefully that's something people are interested in. Anyway, getting off topic, I've just taken the vintage Noel paper pack and I'm just taking this little like scarf from the Thanks a Latte. You could skip this, you could obviously change the pattern paper. I can't link this pattern paper because where I bought it from is Poundland, and Poundland do have a website, but they don't necessarily advertise everything they sell. So unfortunately I can't link it. If I can find it elsewhere like on eBay or Amazon, then I will link it, but if I don't, that's just simply the reason. Also, you could probably just put this on coloured paper and, you know, colour it in. I also forgot to film the inner bit of the cups to like make it look like there's liquid inside, so I totally apologise for that. And I'm now going to shut up and stop talking because I think that is too much talking for one intro anyway. So I'm going to colour these in and I'm going to insert some music, so I hope you guys enjoy. I'll also insert a time frame of where to skip to, and I'll see you soon. once I've finished colouring, I'm just going to die cut these. So I'm die cut the moss green. I've also going to fussy cut the scarf a little more closer because I don't want the border. Obviously, if you don't mind that, then you can probably leave it. I also did stamp and die cut the snowflake, but I didn't end up using it. Just simply because there was no point, and plus it didn't look right. You'll see in a moment when I do try and like see what works and what doesn't. You'll see that I'm not necessarily enough space and it just looked overcrowded. So here's me playing around with placements and seeing what looks big enough, what looks too big, you know, etc. So, and then I realized like halfway through this that I haven't actually coloured in my liquid bits, and I'm like, oh, so I coloured them in, but I didn't film that, so I just used walnut for the blue cup and honeycomb for the bigger mug, so it looks more like tea. I'm also taking my craft knife and I'm just going to cut along the line, just so when I put my For You Dear stamp, it can like slit into the side of the back of this. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Hopefully, my actual showing of this is a lot more better than my explanation. So as you can see, you get a little tab and he just fits in there like that. So that's why I cut that open. I also do it again with the blue cup, just so my little polar bear, obviously you could make him a teddy bear, it's up to you. But I love how he turned out. I thought the blue might have been a bit too strong, but it ended up turning out a lot cuter in person. So as you can see, I'm like, it's not fitting in, so I need to make that bigger. I should buy like a proper like pointed craft knife. Like these are actually just like pen knives and stuff, so, but you know, they were very affordable and closest to me. So I'm now just going to take my dot roller and adhere the scarf to the grey mug. I'm hoping that that looks a lot like tea. Because I'm not a coffee drinker. Plus, I didn't want to make it a coffee anyways, just because I didn't think my reindeer would stand out as much. So there you go. As you can see, I was going to do the snowflake, but I just thought that like there was too much like to it, so I just didn't end up doing it. And now we're just going to die cut 2 of the stitched circle tags, and I'm going to show you a little trick on how to get like a border. So I'm just going to cut this through my die cut halfway, and as you can see, when I take that out, it has the continuous stitch line, so when I put this on top of my circle tag, you will see that it looks like it was meant to be that way. Again, I'm just bringing in my dot roller. I think I don't use anything other than my dot roller on this, apart from some multi-medium glue, but that's just to adhere a gem to the reindeer's nose, so most of this is my DOTLINER tape. So yeah, so I'm going to shut up and I'm not going to talk for the next couple of minutes. But before I do that, I did use some glossy accents on the eyes and the nose of the polar bear, just to add a little something. I also took one of the sentiments from the Thanks for You Dear, I think it was. I also just glued down the little tabs as well, just so they wouldn't move around. So I'm going to stop talking and insert the music, and I'll see you at the very end. So now I've done that, I'm bringing in my twine and I'm just cutting that to the length I want. and I'm just doing a a basic loop. Obviously you could tie this however you felt like you wanted to. I do apologize that I am getting like my words a lot muddled today. I've been working a night shift and I've just been helping my dad with some work, and we just had an accident, which was the ladders tipped over. Luckily nobody was on them, but it could have been a lot more worse than it was, so I do apologize. That is still playing on my mind because I'm a constant worrier about the things that could have happened instead of what did happen. So I do apologize if I don't necessarily seem like fully with it, but hopefully I'm still doing a good job right now. So like I said, I just brought in my black ink and the Happy Holidays sentiment from the For You Dear set. I'm just taking my acrylic black and I'm just gonna put that on the back. Again, you could change this to a theme of colours that you're going to be using, or make it match your wrapping paper, or anything basically. But I just went with basic black. In retrospect, it's probably because I couldn't be bothered to go and get my other inks. So, yeah, proper lazy. But yeah, once I've done that, I'm just going to bring in my little gems that I have for the nose for the reindeer. So I'm going to use my multi-matte medium for that. And I'm also using some glossy accents for the eyes and the nose of the polar bear. I'm still getting used to this, so obviously I have no idea. I mean, I did a card the other day, and then like after I'd finished it, I was like, oh, I could have added some glossy accents there. I didn't even think about it. So my gems are actually for nail art, but I did manage to find them for crafting as well, so I will link that one, just because I think probably it will be better. These do fall off quite easily. If I can find some already adhered gems where you just basically pull it off the backing sheet and it's already sticky, then I will try and find that. But that's pretty much it for my card. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And it's not a card, it's a tag. Apologies. But if you did, make sure you like, subscribe and comment, and go and follow me on my socials. Everything is linked, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.